I cannot believe that this figure, the two of them, I got, maybe 15 years ago? About 15 years ago, if not 16. These two figures are from Mattel Masters, 12 inches. Oh my God, that clock haunts me. But anyway, I think they were for $49.99 or $60. I couldn't remember the price I paid for them. I bought them from the Mattel Collector's website when they were around back in the days. And I was so desperate to show a figure that I had because, I was alone today. So I figured, didn't want my mind running. I came that close because I didn't know what to show off in showing a gem doll that I bought from Walmart. I'm like, I don't think the guys or the people who are watching the video wants to see that. I grew up watching that cartoon. I liked it. I guess that's when my mom kind of knew that it was quite different. But yeah, then I remembered I had these two figures. I have the Zod box. I don't know where I have that box. My closet. If any of you guys watched that TV show Friends, Monica, you know how neat her apartment was? But when people finally got to her closet, it was like horrendous. That's me. That's when I was watching that episode with a friend of mine. I bursted out laughing so hard because that was me in a nutshell. But anyway, these are big figures. So I'm going to show off Superman first. Really came... well, here's the box it came in. So sorry about the glare from the window because this is the brightest room in the house, which is the kitchen, shockingly. That's the front of the box, of course. It's huge. And this is the back of the box. Yeah, the figure was below 100. I was very impressed that he came with this. You can tell how old it is because this is no longer, and I kept this in the box for years. It came with the two crystals. I don't know what I did with them, and it came with extra hands. It came with the Superman stand. I don't know what, because I bought him when we were still living in New York. I think I got him, I'm gonna say maybe in 2010, 2011 is when I got these figures. I got them both, was it the same day? No, I got him first and then Zod came out later. So in this came with the extra parts, like the stand, the extra hands, and the two crystals. But what I did with the two crystals is depressing me because I don't know where they're at. Oh man, I was racking my brains checking in places that I usually keep small parts at. It comes with these extra hands, but I think he came with an extra pair. Because as you can see, the grooves here, the crystals, yeah, I don't know what I did with them. I'm so actually angry with myself. So it came with extra hands and the two crystals that you put in here. I hope I find them soon. I think I know where that might be at now that I think about it. Because I do have, I have bags that I put tiny parts in because I'm a klutz. And here's a stand that he came with. It has a little, the Superman logo. Yeah, he was below $80 when he first came out. When they first showed the promo showed photos from the SDCC, which is a San Diego Comic Con, if I'm not mistaken, the face sculpt was actually spot on. I'm not sure what happened by the time those photos came out and went into production, because I was impressed, because I think Hot Toys was doing their version of Christopher Reeve. So I was like, wow, for a cheaper price compared to Hot Toys, we can get a great Superman figure. Who would want to pay, $300 for I think, or four at the time. Plus, you get the extra little pieces here. I said, why would someone spend hundreds of dollars when Mattel gave us a great figure? When I ordered him from Mattel, I noticed the difference in the face sculpt. I mean, I'm not sure if somebody made a custom face that I can put on him, but haven't checked. I don't play with these figures. Keep him right by my TV stand. I'm shocked that he stands pretty well on his own. I think this is bendable? Yep, it is. Little stand so you can put him in a flying pose like the McFarlane. Like I said, I'm a little upset with myself. He did come with the extra 2 crystals that you could put into the grooves. Chris, what did you do? I'm so ashamed. So ashamed. So I usually take care of my stuff as far as like not losing parts. So I'm actually really upset. So I was debating whether to show you guys the figures or not. But yeah, the cloth costume still intact. But like I said, I don't play with these figures, so the cape might be a little too long. But for a $50 or $60 figure, I'm not going to complain too much. But I will say, aside from Christopher Reeve as Superman, my favorite Superman no matter what, I watch a lot of Superman, like Smallville and the Dean Cain Superman. Even George Reeves, Christopher Reeve will always be my favorite. I am impressed, and I'm so sorry that I know I have the box somewhere in the closet. I just don't know where. I mean, I tore that closet apart. I may have to check in the other one. They did a great likeness on Terrence Stamp, who played Zod in Superman, 1 and 2. I was really, really impressed. And these are posable. After that little mishap with my Superman figure, I don't want to move the figures around too much. But they do have a lot of articulation points. I'm so upset. I don't know what I did with this box, because he came with a bendable or burnt gun. That had happened in Superman 2. I'm not sure what I did with his box. Like I said, I'm so ashamed of myself. For a figure below $100, Mattel Movie Masters figures, I was impressed more with this figure here. I mean, I love this figure, don't get me wrong. It's just a face sculpt that they didn't do well, and I'm assuming it's because of Hot Toys. They were probably told not to do a better job than Hot Toys, because this would have sold out, which it did, regardless of him looking the way he did. But yeah, even with now, I would not have spent that kind of money for Hot Toys. They're beautiful to look at, but that's way too much money. Let me pick up that stand. Yeah, you could tell how old this is. This thing turned. But Yeah, for the price uh, that they charge for, for the customers, not bad. I was really impressed that they didn't, like charge like 80. I gotta find, I can't remember exactly what I paid for it. It was below 100, that's for sure. And I think it was 49.99 or 59.99. I think between the two of them, I spent like 120. But back when Mattel Collector, Matty, I'm gonna call it, yeah, it was Matty, were having these figures because that was the only way you could purchase the Movie Masters figures, 12 inches in scale. I'm not sure how you guys feel about the new trailer for the Superman movie. Oh man, I like the actor David Cornsweet because I watched him in a Netflix show, and he looks the part. I'm just not too fond of the suit. So many lines on the suit. I don't mind the underwear on the outside because I grew up reading comic books and watching George Reeves and then Christopher Reeve wearing the Dean Cain version of Superman, and there was a Superboy TV series as well. So that doesn't bother me. To me, it's not an eyesore. But the lines kind of are. But I'm not going to the movies to go see it. I'll watch that Superman movie when it hits Max. I just can't bring myself to spend $20 plus to watch a movie now in theaters. I know it's already getting bashed all over the internet, but it's par for the course now. In 2025, people are just bashing movies even before it's out and before they even watch the first trailer. So, and I don't want to be a part of that. I'll watch it and then I'll critique it when I do see it. I just think it was just too soon to come out with the movie after the CW released their Superman and Lois 4-season show. These studios have a bad habit of oversaturating the market with the same character in different places, and that also has a part in why a movie doesn't do well. It's just too much. Like what can they possibly do different in this new Superman movie that was different from, say, Man of Steel or Smallville? I mean, I can't see it, but I'm gonna watch it just to check it out. Oh, and before I go, thank you for whoever subscribed recently. You guys are sweet, taking the time to look at my wacky videos. And FYI, in the future, if I ever say anything about joining my Patreon or someone sponsoring me, that's the time to unsubscribe because that means I've turned into a Stepford wife. And that's not me. I'm not doing it for that reason. I'm just making wacky videos just to keep my mind occupied. So that's a little forewarning in the future. That ever happens, that's when you should unsubscribe. Because I'm not going to be telling lies just to get clicks and views and comments. It's just, I don't like that. I'm not judging anyone else, but it's just not me as a person. I know what it's like being used and lied to, and I just can't do it. In my years, living, I don't like that feeling. But, yeah, if you ever come across these on eBay, they're gonna be a pretty penny to purchase online. I'm assuming he's gonna be way more than the Christopher Reeve because for a I'm not gonna say low budget, but compare that to Hot Toys, they cost way less, but they did a phenomenal job with Zod. Really impressed. But anyway, I hope everyone's doing fine, safe. Spend time with your loved ones, and don't talk politics or religion. It just turns into wacky arguments, and we never actually have proof of anything now. Just spend some time, play some games, whether board games or video games. I have friends like that's been playing D&D, and they're in their 30s, and D&D came out more or less my time back in the 80s when the Satanic Panic was a thing. Well, it still is, but they're actually enjoying themselves playing D&D. So I'm like, good. It's better, you spend some quality time with each other. They have like a group going. They're trying to get me to join. I might, but I'm just glad that they're doing that. You know, Stay off the internet for a little bit. Just spend some time together and use your brains. You exercise that muscle. But anyway, I've been rambling on for way too long, and I'm so sorry about that. Love you guys, and take it easy.